Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Adam with 2Ds. Today we are going to be playing an amazing game that I've been have had a chance to get a hold of. It is going to be called the Guild of Dungeoneering. It comes from a developer called Gambrinus. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And the guy that works there, who's the main developer for this game, it's made by a single guy. His name is Colm Larkin. We're not going to be talking to him, unfortunately, today because he does live in Ireland, so the time differences are crazy. But instead, we're going to be joined today by a guy from he's actually part of the OSD community. His name is Lance James. Every time for the past week, I've been wanting to call him Lance Bass for I don't even know why. For some every time I'm like, why? And I don't even think of like the NSYNC guy whenever I think of it. I just think of that like talking bass that's on the thing. It hangs on the sim and he's just like there talking. It's not that I don't know. That's his name. His name is Lance Bass, I guess. But no, his name is Lance James. He is the Versus Evil community director. He is an advisor at OSD. He's also a producer working with Versus Evil, which is a publisher. If you guys don't know what the difference between a publisher and a developer is, pretty much the developer makes the game, and it's normally like a smaller team, especially with indie things. It's a smaller team that doesn't necessarily have that outreach, that ability to market their game, to sell their game, to even process their game, because there's a lot of cost that goes into it. And the publisher is, I guess, in a sense, it's more of it's I guess it's like an investor of sorts, but it's an investor that really wants to make money. So they do all the marketing, they do everything that you need to get your game going because it's a game that they really believe in, and it's great. The the publisher we're talking to tonight is Versus Evil. They've worked on amazing games. They got their biggest start with the Banner Saga. If you've never heard of that, I would definitely recommend checking it out. They have a bunch of games coming up that I actually want to take a look at. They have one coming out called Habitat. Actually, it's out right now, which is an amazing like space survival game. It's pretty cool. They have another one called Army Krog, which is like a stop motion adventure game. It's pretty interesting. They have Sky Shines Bedlam, which is my personal favorite kind of theme, which is a post apocalyptic RPG type game. It's very interesting. They have Kai, they have Turin, they have Like a Boss, which is it's such a crazy concept where you actually get to play the boss of the level. Like it's like you get to play that boss character that these heroes are fighting against, which is pretty interesting. And they have Let Them Come. They have tons of other games out there that they have published and helped get into your guys' hands. If you guys are huge fans of them, I would definitely check them out. And like I said, tonight what we're going to be playing is the Guild of Dungeoneering, which is it's an amazing game. It's really unique in a sense. Every time whenever I get on there and I play it just a little bit, it's hilarious because the the soundtrack in it is just so amazing, as you guys are going to find out, and it's just such a unique gameplay style. It's pretty much you're building the dungeon around you while you're also fighting off stuff, and it's like a card game, and you're also building your guild. But you know what? I mean, enough about like talking about the game and whatnot. I guess we can kind of get into it now. And like I said, on the line with us, hold on one second. On the line with us, we we are going to have in just a second. I gotta start the game. That'd be great. All right. But here we go. This is going to be the Guild of Dungeoneering, and on the line, like I said, we have Lance. Can you say hi to the crowd, please, Lance, if you're there?
Hey man, how's it going?
I guess I guess if you want, I tell them a little bit about your background with the company.
Awesome. Yeah, I did hear most of that. It all sounded accurate-ish. It was close enough anyway. Um, yeah, so I'm the community director and a producer for Versus Evil. So I get to interact with all you awesome folks and yeah, help these guys make these awesome games.
Yeah. As you can see, I have a little guild going. So far, I'm gonna go back through some old stuff and really, really mess around with it so that you guys get the feel of it. Um, I don't know if I can afford anything right now. Yeah, everything's at like
Free tools
5.
got to start off somewhere, so small
Yeah,
is fine for the time being.
yeah. Like you can see, the animation style on this is really well done. I love these animation style that's kind of like drawn type. And it's really, I don't know, it's just
Yeah,
different.
the main guy here, Colum, really wanted that old school like graph paper and draw like his inspiration was like draw while you're drawing like during class or something, right? Like you have graph papers, draw up these dungeons while you're bored. So that was definitely one of his kind of inspirations, I guess, when he was first looking at taking this game to a little bit bigger audience.
You guys are gonna see me. I thought I could go back, but I guess I can't go back and do like replay levels for stuff. But
Not yet. You gotta beat the whole zone, then you can go back and play the bosses again.
all right, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Um, yeah, tonight we're gonna be doing some giveaways for this game so that you can play it. I think this is the boss with there's a timer on it or something. Um,
Kind of.
yeah,
Yeah. So
you have to kind of level your character up before the 12. And the way that this works is it's see you can see all these cards down here. What you have to do is you play up to 3 cards per turn. I normally like playing the enemies because it does you get cards and stuff and you level up per enemy. What I
well,
got?
what's tricky here is that you do have so he'll attack you in 12 turns. So if you wanted to, you could just try to level up your guy as much as possible in 12 turns. Alternatively, if you get to him before those 12 turns, he'll be weaker.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah, nice little
I guess it pays to play with the guy that. All right. So pretty much what we have here is a basic setup for this. If you see these little shield things here, the blue ones they block against magic attacks. The red ones block against physical attacks, and this no shield means it's unblockable. The red, of course, like I said, is a physical attack, and then there's blue for magic. And it's a turn-based game, card game where you have to. It's it's really interesting playing this game.
So the other cool part is you're still quite early in the game, so
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of depth of strategy. But later on, as you unlock more Dungeoneer classes, get a little further into the game with more items, you'll start seeing different card combinations. You'll see different abilities. You'll see things where you're discarding cards, things where you're doing damage based on the number of cards you have,
Yeah.
copying cards from your enemy.
And see what happens here in this part. What I'm doing right now is at the end of it, you get to select cards, or you have the option to get +1. Like it'll show you an option what you can do. I don't know.
The rope is pretty solid.
Yeah, I was thinking about the rope. Or you could just take the gold and then upgrade your guild for later on as well.
Armor is always good too, obviously, but the
Yeah.
+1 starting hand size is a nice bonus.
I'll try to.
So I guess another cool factor is you're playing as a bruiser right now, which
Yeah.
is a nice, probably my favorite actually ability. Where if you block all the damage, you deal automatic damage, 1 damage, which is extremely powerful. But other classes in the game are, I mean, you got a barbarian who kind of goes crazy, tries to attack high-level people. There's a cat burglar who throws cats at people.
Is
I mean,
it?
there's all kinds of stuff. Every one of them has their own little personality. Each one says different things. Like the cat burglar, like your bruiser, right? He'll pop up those little things and say things.
Yeah.
Anything the cat burglar says is a cat pun. So
I didn't I didn't notice that before. That's pretty funny though.
He is entertaining. Like, I mean, the cat puns the guys came up with are, I mean, some are pretty impressive. Others are kind of wah wah, but they're all cat puns. I mean, it's funny to see.
I'm gonna put another enemy down here.
So you're also playing our latest expansion called, or adventure pack rather. It's called Ice Cream Headaches. And that little favor mechanic in that top right-hand corner is the kind of new mechanic for Ice Cream Headaches.
Which one? This favorite one? Which is,
Yep.
you get it from these plants, correct? I think so.
Yeah, you get it from those little runes, which are in certain rooms. In certain rooms. That's a mouthful. Good Lord.
So, I was talking to you a bit earlier about it, but I noticed this game is only for the PC right now. Is there like a possibility that you guys might port it over to like Xbox Live Arcade or something like that?
Unknown. So the game's on PC right now. It's also on mobile. It's on tablets and phones and stuff. Consoles a maybe. I don't know if it's anything I know we've talked about it, but I don't think we have any firm plans at this point, really. I will say a tricky part behind that is the fact that the game itself is made using Adobe Air, which, if you know anything about game engines, doesn't really port well to a console. So that is a giant pain, frankly.
I want to put more enemies in there, but
Yeah, you need to level up. You're still level 2.
yeah, and I freaking hate the zombies. The banditos are whatever.
You got 5 turns. Banditos are quite hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been through this level a couple times, and it has not ended for me well at all. Ah, this is the concealed one. Oh, I hate these ones.
Yeah, they make it challenging.
Son of a biscuit. There we go. Whatever.
Well, good luck. These are tough.
Yeah.
Even against low level enemies, if you can't see what they're doing, it's super hard to do anything, frankly.
Yeah. Whew.
You got that.
Let's see here. I don't. Do I want to take the 4? I don't know. I lose something on that one. This blinding light's pretty cool. I think I might take this blinding light. Because this 4 gives you, like, they're not great cards. It just gives you more cards. I think I'm going to take the blinding light.
Yeah, that seems like a good call.
Yeah.
And that also kind of goes back to the depth of strategy. If you want to try to stack these abilities, like Blinding Light is Holy 2, I believe, or Holy 3. You get one more card that gives you Holy of Holy 4, which is a super powerful card.
Let's see.
Or you can try to split them up, or kind of however you want to set it up, really. So you notice your Dungeoneer's running away from that Bandito.
Because it's level 3 and I'm level 2.
Yep. Every little Dungeoneer has their own little kind of mentality and how they go through the dungeons.
And the only way to get around that would be to put some gold in there.
Typically, yep. You have certain Dungeoneers who have special traits. Like Barbarians will always try to go towards the highest level enemy in the map because they're Barbarians and crazy. But generally, yeah, gold is kind of what influences where they go.
Son of a gun, dude. I guess I gotta use it. I mean, there's no... Oh, it gives you... Oh, that boosts your health above where you're at. That's pretty nice.
So once you get through a starting level, you'll unlock the new Ice Cream Headaches content. It's got some cool stuff in it. It's all ice cream, kind of snow themed.
That's pretty cool.
It's got some of my favorite monsters, frankly, which I'll leave as a surprise. I don't want to spoil it. Easily some of my new favorite monsters in the game.
There's been some pretty interesting monsters so far with this game. I mean, I think that my favorite part of this game, being as though I'm not that great at this game, is the part that every time you die and you go back, the song kind of taunts you. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've noticed that yet, because you're probably a lot better at this game than I am.
Oh no, my graveyard is full of guys. Yeah, guys die all the time. So whether it's just by luck or I play bad, but they die all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the composer for the game, Steve Gregan, did an
Oh.
amazing job with all of the music. Frankly, for this game, it's catchy, it's funny, it's entertaining. I think this could be just a good standalone little soundtrack, frankly, but it goes great with the game.
It does. Let's see.
What you gotta do?
I chose the lesser because I didn't want to replace anything I had. I got 3 turns until this guy comes. I'm level 3 right now. I want to take the easy way out and go with a level 2 enemy there.
Yeah, still got more loot.
There's already something there.
It's quite difficult. But if you kill him, you get nice level 3 gear.
Nice. There we go. That's nice.
I think he'll beat Embro this time around. That'd be my guess.
I'm hoping. That would be, yeah. All right. I'm gonna hope on it.
I got faith in you. I think you can do it.
Let's see here. It's not the faith that I have. It's necessarily like I have very bad luck when it comes to card games, and with the draw of it, I'll tend to get like you'll see. I'll probably get like 4, maybe like of these, or like I think he does only magic attacks, so I think I'll get like nothing but blocks.
Physical.
Yeah, block physical.
Yeah, it can happen.
Let's see. They're giving me 2. I might as well finish them.
Yep.
And like honestly, myself, I don't normally tend to sway towards these kind of games, like these kind of card-based games. But this is really fun to play. Even like I said, like I don't really play card games at all, and I don't want to give up the 4-hand thing.
I will say this is probably my favorite game. This is a game that I currently play on like airplanes or long car rides or what have you.
Yeah.
Easily, probably it's just a great tablet game. It's perfect because you can play it offline. You don't have to be connected to anything. And there is thinking involved, but it's nothing like you don't have to pay attention all the time because it is.
Yeah.
It's up to you. To
you only have to pay attention if you're me. You actually have to make choices on low level things here.
You're making critical decisions. You're about to fight a boss. So
Yeah.
this is important.
Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just use that. Whatever. Nice voice. Man, this game.
So I don't want to go too far off topic, but I see the Pittsburgh thing behind you. Are you at
Pittsburgh. What?
is that Penguins thing behind you, or what is that?
That's a Flyers thing.
Oh, Flyer.
No, that's alright.
What did I say? Penguins?
Yeah. Same difference. I don't really watch. See, so the story behind that is I kind of moved in here and that was there, so I was just like, whatever, it's cool. I'll just leave it up.
Fair enough.
I don't really watch that. I know we have a couple people like Airborne, a Chipmunk that's in here. He's from Pittsburgh. He's a huge fan of that. Oh man, this is.
I happen to bring up my Cowboys, who happen to be doing quite well these days.
It's. Yeah, I think they're rated like #1 or something like that, right? No.
They are now, but I don't know if that'll last very long.
I don't want. I want to keep my +1 starting hand though, and it's killing me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the gold.
Well. I mean.
Might as well just then turn and kill this ghost. Get it done with. I
Still
so
took some.
he,
Still killed some level 3 guys. Took some chances.
yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question. All right. This is about a game that I was a big fan of the series itself, and I noticed that this is like you guys have a lot of award-winning games on your under your belt, I guess you could say. But there's one game that comes to mind that isn't necessarily, I guess, your guys' finest hour, which is the Afro Samurai game.
Yep.
Uh, I don't know what I was expecting whenever I played that game. I I don't know. I guess a lot of people went into that thinking that like, oh man, I'm just gonna play like with most games that they play, and even like Naruto games and stuff like that. They aren't necessarily, great ports of the thing. They're a completely different storyline and everything, and people don't necessarily look at that whenever they play the game, and they're just kind of looking at one aspect of it. I mean, like whatever. What do you guys do whenever that kind of thing happens, and whenever you have a game that I guess it was voted like one of the worst games of, was it 2014 or is it
Yeah.
2015? I think. What happened? Like, how do you guys, I guess, adapt and overcome that using military terminology?
Sure. Uh, so that was definitely something that. So first off, I can't say too much about the game, obviously, and what happened. But it kind of goes back to how we operate, I guess, as a company. Frankly, we allow our developers to make the games they want to make. They partner with us. We don't tell them what game to make. Frankly, like we buy into their ideas, we partner with them, become their publisher. Then we kind of let the creators make their game. Right. This is a game they wanted to make. So when it launched, obviously things happened.
Yeah.
We frankly just we saw what was happening, saw the game it was released. We kind of just, we did what we had to do. So
Yeah.
we refunded everybody. We pulled the game. We apologized.
Man, dude, I'm
That's
definitely
what
dying
happened.
this.
But
Yeah, but I just like I always wonder about like that kind of game, like whenever it goes negative, not about the game itself, but just how everybody recoups from it and tries to move on with their lives.
yeah, I mean it's a blow. I mean we spent a lot of time
Dude,
behind it, obviously. But
I'm about to die.
at the end of the day, it's about we as versus evil want to make sure that fans of us or even not fans of us,
Boom! You had too much faith in me. I died. Oh man.
I'll hit you with that Blaze. Blaze is a good card. 3 magic damage is hard to. 3 damage and higher is really hard to deal with.
That's all of that. What that boss does.
Yep.
He does nothing but 3.
So if you get to him before the 12th turn, I think he has 2 or 3 less hearts, which is a huge difference.
Let's see what I have here.
Kind of go back, finishing up the Afro thing. Yeah, it was a big blow, but at the end of the day, we've got to do what's best for our people who spend money on the games and hopefully our fans. So we just ended up pulling the game, giving refunds, and apologizing. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. We felt like that was the best interest of everybody.
Yeah, I guess that's all you kind of can do at that point. You know what I mean? I mean, there's been huge disappoints in the gaming industry as of recent. I don't want to get in any details about like specific companies, but everybody knows. And there was, it's kind of hard on them because now they have to go from that and try and turn on something. You know what I mean? And that's what I always wonder whenever it comes to video game companies and publishers alone. And I mean, developers is one thing because it's like they put all this time and work into this creation, I guess you could say, and then you know it just doesn't turn out as well as they wanted it to. Let's put some spiders.
Right.
Let's put some spiders in here.
Spider's nice and easy. Yeah, you're right. I mean, from our point of view, it was a net loss, right? We gained nothing from it. We lost stuff. We lost resources on it.
Yeah.
And rather than just keep selling it and making whatever we would make on it, we just felt like it was better overall for everybody if we just gave refunds and stopped selling it. We pulled it from all the stores. You know, it just wasn't gonna be good for anybody, even if they paid money for it. You know? We didn't want them to have a bad taste in their mouth, frankly.
Yeah, that makes sense. And another thing I wanted to talk about as well, also because, like I said earlier on this, you guys are a publisher. What is the future of this game? What is the future of the Guild of Dungeoneering? I know that we just went over. They released a new DLC for that. Does he have any plans to maybe like release like a second game or something like different, like from the same developer? Or feel free to not talk about it because I know sometimes it's like a touchy subject, but I like to try and ask that.
No, not all. We're very open, and that's kind of how we are with our partners as well, our developers. So first off, for this game specifically, Colum and the Gambrinus team are working on extra content that will be free. It's called Trophy Trial, which also has like daily challenges, but also has stuff where you can just kind of play. It's kind of like free play, but you get to pick whatever. You get to pick a Dungeoneer class, so you pick like you're playing as mime. You pick the mime class. You basically go through and just try to kill as many things as possible. It's a fun little. It's a different way to play the game. Still, enjoy all the fun stuff. And that'll be a free update. Those guys are working on that.
Nice.
As far as another game, that's kind of up to Colum. He doesn't have to do another game with us as versus Evil. But he hasn't talked to us about it just yet. But yeah, I hope he does make more games. I think Colum is a very smart dude, and obviously he's very talented. This game is his first game he ever made. So I'm.
Is it? Because I saw on like his site he had like not like maybe first Steam game, official game, but I saw like, of course, he had like his projects and stuff like that down there. But
yeah, this was his first like official Steam, big iOS, Android, all that good stuff. He's got little project things I'm sure he's worked on before, but this is his first. I guess committed. I'm gonna make a game thing.
Yeah.
But I hope he does make more games. This was awesome. It was awesome to work with him on this game. It's great to work with him because he is very intelligent, which is awesome. But yeah, I hope, obviously we've released 2 adventure packs for the game. We've got Pirates Cove and we just did Ice Cream Headaches.
Yeah.
There's always potential for more little adventure packs. Being a native Texan, I do hope to see like a Cowboys and Indians pack or something of that nature. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I try to call him head as much as possible.
You keep trying to like slip it into conversation somehow. Be like, what would be interesting?
Ooh, this is a bad fountain. Burn. That is a tough one. So I would say, obviously I'm watching your stream that's behind you.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds behind, so.
I don't know. Card, I would say until you really need to play it. Because you could win the quick cards, the lightning strikes. They can win games for you.
Yeah, I already used it, so. Oh, man. Yeah. This is a rough one. Man, ooh, that probably could have won. Oh. Oh, we both died. I hate when that crap happens.
Yep. Should have saved the shift card, because that would have won it right then.
That's it, guys. I'm not great at this game. I'm just
You got other dungeons though, right?
this is the only one that I can really access right now, because the other 2 are cleared, and I guess these ones are just loot ones. I don't know if they're higher level or not. I guess I could just go in the loot one.
You got it. Yeah, you got several. So that little that top right hand. I'm sorry, I'm just now on your map. That top right hand corner, that little cart looking thing, the Ice Cream Headaches stuff. If you did want to go play with that stuff.
Maybe I'll do that after this one, just to throw it in there.
Yeah. So that's what Column's working on. I'm certainly eager to see more content for this game. I'm certainly eager to see what they do next. They're a
Yeah.
good little developer, and they've really, which is another cool fact, is they're based out of Ireland, which is kind of a growing game development scene. So,
Growing
um,
game development scene in Ireland. That's
yep,
that's new information for me. I didn't know that was like a thing up
yeah,
there.
it certainly is. They've got their own little organization now that continues to grow. Um, yeah, I'm eager to see kind of what games come out of there.
Yeah.
Uh, I know we've seen several really talented developers with the games that seem really cool. There's been a couple that come to mind, like Retro Neo Games.
Yeah.
He's working on a very cool game that's. Remember Asteroids back in the day? He's making
Yeah.
a game loosely based on that, but taking it much more of like an XCOM level, which is awesome.
Like, is it gonna be like a three-dimensional type?
Nope, it's still.
Still the 2D like overhead look or whatever.
There's definitely some cool games come out there, some cool projects.
Yeah, right there. Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever.
So, you guys have a bunch of other games, like I was trying to get into a little bit earlier on there. Um, can you tell us a bit more about like some of the games that are like have been recently released from your guys' publishing studio that might interest some of our viewers?
Certainly. So, let's see here. So, I guess kind of our most popular game is the Banner Saga and Banner Saga 2. We released Banner Saga 2 earlier this year. Banner Saga is a, externally we hear it, people call it like Oregon Trail mixed with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I guess that would be. Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah,
think. Yeah,
definitely.
I guess yeah, that's probably like the perfect way to describe that game.
Yeah, I mean it's a brutal game, but it's definitely a fun, story-driven game. If you're an RPG fan who likes a really deep world filled with lore, it's a good game. It's got turn-based combat in it, kind of similar to Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem. So, for a fan of that stuff, Banner Saga is a great game to get into, and they are starting work on Banner Saga 3 pretty soon. So
Nice.
that'll be awesome to have. What else do we got? So we've got a
Yeah.
couple games that are in development that we've just announced. So Antihero, we just put up the store page for that one recently. It's coming soon. Antihero's it's more like a board game than a card game, but uh, it's a great little game. Basically, you're running a thieves guild, and you're either playing against the AI, or more importantly, you're playing against your friends. So it's got multiplayer. And basically, you have this board, this map, and you assassinate characters, you rob people, you rob buildings, you burgle things.
Man,
Burgle's a great
yeah,
word.
that sounds pretty
Basically,
interesting.
you're trying to be a better thief than whoever you're playing against. You're going after victory points.
I've noticed
It's a
with a lot of your games, you guys tend to, as a publisher, you tend to lean towards more RPG type games. Is that like a just because you guys love playing RPGs, or?
I think that's kind of that's an unintentional happening. We do have quite a few RPGs, but more, I guess, something we really look for is first and foremost a fun game, which
Yeah.
I think most people look for. But then we look for kind of what makes it pop, and more often than not, it's the art style or the fun factor. Um, and like this, Guild of Engineering you're playing now, right?
Yeah.
It's got the fun factor. It's got this really cute but unique art style that really made it stand out for us. And Antihero's the same way. It's got this great art style, great music once again. It's fun. We were first looking at Antihero for something we wanted to publish or not. My boss and I stayed up till midnight my time, which would have been 3 a.m. his time,
Yeah.
playing the game.
Man.
So we knew it was something we wanted to work with, the
Yeah.
guy we wanted to work with. We also put out Armacrog, which I think you mentioned.
Yeah.
If you like point-and-click adventure games, Armacrog is awesome. It's made by the same guys who made the Neverhood, same guys who worked on Earthworm Jim. It's a great point-and-click adventure games.
Earthworm Jim.
Humor. It's got some very cool visuals. If you're familiar with it, it's all handmade, clay animated stop motion. So everything you see is very literally like a clay puppet in that game that they took 1 second stills of in their studio.
Man, that game must have took forever to make. If they're doing that kind of.
Yeah, about 3 years. It was. I mean, it is beyond tedious to me. Like
because stop motion just takes forever. I know that movie Coraline or whatever, which is all stop motion. I just listened to a podcast about it the other day, and that movie, I think that movie took like 7 years to make or something like that. It was just something insane. And yeah, man, I couldn't imagine it, honestly. Just going back there.
It blows my mind.
And maybe somebody like accidentally spilling something. Just like, are you kidding me? I would just lose my mind.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, and that could happen, right? Like,
yeah.
Like if, oh crap, the set got knocked over. Well, there's a year's worth of work gone.
Yeah, like, oh man, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I can't. So I've got a lot of patience, but that stuff just kills me. Like I don't want to be anywhere near it. I don't want to do it. But I will say the guys make it look good, and it truly is their passion. So
yeah, I do have to give props to people that can work with stop motion. It just kind of, oh man.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what else we got.
You have Habitat. You talk about that one. That seems like an interesting space survival game.
Yeah, Habitat's a fun little game. We kind of like to think of it as like Legos in space, sort of. You do have a campaign. You do have a kind of a mission you're supposed to be doing. But in reality, it's just all this junk floating around in space in this world. And it's yours to play with, frankly. So you send your little engineers and your astronauts out, collect space junk, and kind of build whatever you want to build. I mean, we've seen everything from tanks with T-Rex heads and flamethrowers to Eiffel Tower battering rams to. I mean, it's. I can't even. I mean, the amount of junk and combinations of things you can build are quite high. But it's literally up to you as a player, kind of. You got objectives, and it's kind of however you want to do it, go for it. If you want to make a flying fortress, go for it. If you want to make multiple spaceships or multiple habitats, go for it.
Yeah, that seems really interesting. Like there's like a lot of those games. Like I said, it's just man, I don't need like I couldn't even like. I guess the main question I want to ask now, from like you telling me about all these games, is like, where do you find these people? Like this is just like especially this game itself. This is just a guy in Ireland making a game. Like, where do you find this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it like Justin Bieber, where you see him singing on YouTube, and you're like, oh man, I gotta go to Canada and get that guy?
Yeah. So it's a good combination of. We have people emailing us and contacting us. So we get games pitched to us quite often. We'll see games at trade shows like at PAX South or PAX East.
Or I think they had Day of the Devs or whatever. I don't know if you guys go to those smaller ones at all.
Yeah, we go to quite a few. We actually have guys, our GM and our marketing director up at MIGS right now in Montreal. It's a Montreal Independent Game Summit, I think is what it is. So we're quite active in terms of going to events and trade shows. That's kind of how we do meet a lot of developers. Then there's also just word of mouth. So we give lots of friends, frankly, in the industry who recommend games to us or put us in touch with people. And that's kind of how we meet people and see games. And another good one that we've actually kind of benefited from is Kickstarter, frankly.
Yeah.
Oftentimes games will get published or games will get a successful Kickstarter, rather.
I think for the most part, I think Kickstarter is a decent way to start games, but they base a lot of their games on there off of hype and production value of the representation and the videos themselves instead of the actual game. And so it's kind of like a hit or miss whenever you actually come with the game. You know what I mean? I feel like that.
Yeah, certainly Kickstarter is a tricky thing for games because anybody that's worked in game development knows that you start off with an idea. From the time it's finished, it's going to be something not completely different, but it will be different. It won't be what you initially set out to make. That's just kind of the way game development happens. It's either technology based or idea based or feature based or resource based in terms of
Yeah.
time and money. And Kickstarter is tricky for that in that regard. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get somebody in the freaking Discord to start a giveaway here in a second. But I want to say thank you out there to Soul Killer for the resub. I appreciate that. We all do here at OSD. That's fantastic.
That 4 months is awesome.
Yeah,
It's
that's insane. It's more, it's surprisingly more than my cheap behind has been on there. So I've only been on for 2 months as a sub. Man, it's just like whenever it's really hard first time clicking that sub button. It really is. You're just like, am I really committing this much to this? Do I really, you know? But you have to think of it this way. This is OSD's a charity.
Yep.
It's
You're getting a
amazing.
benefit from donating to the charity, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I will say what's cool is the Amazon Prime Twitch subscription stuff. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Ah, son of a gun.
So you're starting to see some of the ice cream headache stuff, which I think is cool. Have you found a pygmy guy yet or not?
I don't think so. Yeah, I found I have a favor on here, draw a card in battle.
Papers are good.
So, tell me a little bit about why these cards are covered in ice.
So he hit you with an ability that kind of froze those cards, so they're unable to be played right now.
All right,
So
whatever.
Ice Cream Headaches has a bunch of new card abilities, frankly, that change the way you play the game. There's also 3 new classes that are all very unique. Probably my favorite one is called a Yodeler. He has a card where it's his Yodel, and every time you Yodel, the Yodel gets stronger. So it's it starts off with 1 damage, then it becomes unblockable, then it gets 2 damage. But it's a cool class, and once again, hats off to the Gambrinus team and Colin and Owen, the main designer, for coming up with some very cool new content, frankly, new design on an older game.
I always look at these games as like, you know, it's something as like, especially card games like this. Like the developers themselves, they have to be geniuses to come up with a card game idea, and it's just I don't know, because I think that's partially due to the fact that I'm like, hey man, I could never do this myself, so I automatically assume that they're a genius. But
I will say what I think is very cool is that I don't know if Owen did it for Ice Cream Headaches, but I know when they were balancing and working on design for the actual game, they actually made this game as a card game to help play test and balance the game.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Cool, obviously. But yeah, I know there's a lot of time and effort and testing that went into this. Yeah, it's not easy by any means.
This game isn't like giving me anything.
I think Yakety Yak might kick your ass.
Yakety Yak better not talk back. I said it. All right, I'm gonna leave that out there. All right, if anybody gets that.
Indeed. I hope you took Snowball. Yeah, good job. Save shift for the end.
Yeah.
I'm behind. I'm watching the stream.
Son of a gun, man. He's got a charge on me with 2. I don't have anything to block his stinking damage. All I have is shift to do damage on him. That's it. Because he has.
You do shift. Oh damn. Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, man. Ah.
Wah.
Well, at least I got to draw a card.
You're playing as the mime that time?
Yeah, that was a mime.
Bruiser's better. I like Bruiser. Bruiser's probably my favorite.
And I'm waiting. Ah, man. I'm like a couple. Let's keep going on this. Let's see. I got Apprentice. I got Cat Burglar. I kind of want to play as Cat Burglar just to see the And
Burglar is funny.
throwing the cats.
So I will say it's totally fine dying. You still bring gold back to the guild,
Yeah.
and these guys do come back after a while. Like you always recruit new Dungeoneers, so
Yeah.
dying's totally okay. I mean, they die all the time. No big deal.
And with this game, every time you start in a new dungeon, you start at level 1 anyway, so it's not like you're leveling your character.
Yep.
Whenever you're building your guild up, it's kind of just giving you more options for cards that are gonna pop up on your screen whenever you do that.
Yep. Good way to think about this game is that you're not actually I guess a good way to think about it is you're the guild master, and all these guys work for you. So you don't directly care what happens to them. You're more concerned about the guild itself.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch out for some cat puns here. See what he says.
All right.
Pollies, more loot. Pollies. Yep. Terrible. Yeah, Rar Snacks points out that the drunken sailor from the Pirate's Cove, he's also fun to play with.
That looks perfect. That's kind of...
Yeah, so you're getting to some of these brain monsters, which is part of the story. They're interesting. Probably some of my new favorite monsters. Yeah, there he is. Pygmy Mammoth. He's probably my new favorite guy. Just imagine a Pygmy Mammoth. Like a miniature horse.
Yeah, that's like a... It's like an oxymoron in itself.
Yep, exactly. These guys are... it's not obvious. Colin and the team are big on humor, which is fantastic.
It has like 4 cards, but they're not great. Let's see here. Man, give me that diamond. What we got? Poindexter's just running away, I guess.
Yep.
Let's see here. So I have to, because as you guys can see, there is every time you go into these dungeons, there's an objective that you have to do to complete it, and in this one it's collect 2 massive giant things, and that's one of my problems that I've had with this game is that I suck at card games. So I mean, I'm alright at card games, but it's just I get bad hands. So like a lot of the times whenever I'm building this dungeon up, I tend to get trapped in not getting decent cards to do stuff with. Oh, here he comes. Nice.
There is a big element, probably more so than most games in Guild Engineering, of RNG, which is the randomness factor, frankly.
Yeah.
There is quite a bit of that. That does lend itself good and bad, frankly. Or you could learn how to stack decks. That's also true. Cheating is trying, frankly. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Let's see here.
You got him. You got this. Something close.
Man! No, I might not get this. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, I don't have this. There's no way I'm getting this. Nope, I lost it. Just gotta click my fate. Ah! Son of a biscuit.
Well, it's challenging. I will say that.
It is. It's a very challenging game. If you're just starting out in this game. I mean, I played a little bit on the weekend about this game, and like you can hear whenever I come back in here, that guy he's really talking trash on me, and like how I'm not good at this game.
Go to the expand guild button. I want to see what kind of loot you've unlocked.
I have everything from the first tier.
Got it.
Can't get anything because you have to get 500 gold to get the second tier on stuff. So
I will say, once you beat like Imbro, you get quite a bit of gold.
You
You're
Let's see.
close. You're 470 something, so you're close to
Yeah.
unlocking one of those guys.
Let me use your bruiser guy and go into the thing here.
Yeah, I like the bruiser. He's one of my. I use bruiser for quite a bit actually. I used him for probably 2 or 3 zones just because I like the blocking aspect. If you stack armor on him, like you can do some serious damage.
Alright. Let's see here. Watch it mount, goat. And I'll have you Bruiser bashing. I don't know.
Fine. You just need 3 massive gems. You can get this. Don't forget to use your favors as well. Those are also quite helpful.
Spiky, nice.
Yep.
Ah, whatever. I got this guy. Barely with the 4 HP. I got one that gives me +1 starting. Oh, I think I might get this rope.
The extra card is quite nice.
Yeah. Man.
Although, Holy is also good. That Holy Seal. Especially with the Bruiser, because then you deal a damage and heal a damage and block a damage.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess so.
Yakety yak. Oh, it's a mountain goat. Never mind.
Mountain goats.
Well, if they were to do more adventure packs, what would you like to see?
For this, let me see here.
I mean, I've wanted Cowboys and Indians.
You want Cowboys and Indians. That's a pretty interesting one, I guess. I guess they can kind of do that versus wise. I don't know, man. I like because
Maybe-
this. What was that?
Maybe a medieval themed one, maybe.
That's what I was thinking about too. Like in the back of my mind, like medieval-ish, because it's kind of like that theme already. Oh man, I don't know, because
Do the unblockable.
yeah, I can do unblockable. I forgot about that. Yeah, but trying to think here what they have already, because they're kind of doing like a mixture of stuff. Like it's not just like a straight like, hey, we're gonna do Renaissance or something like that. They're kind of like trying to get that other secondary aspect into it, which brings the humor into it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right,
Maybe a space. I don't know, or an alien. I don't know. There's options.
There's so much stuff they could do with this game. What level am I at too? Mysterious Fountain. Give me some options.
Pygmy Mammoth. Kill Pygmy Mammoth.
Let this dude float around. Don't have any blocks.
You got this. Totally fine.
Every time you say that,
Trying to be positive.
you're like 30 seconds behind too. So you're like, you got this, and then you realize you're like, oh, he didn't have that when I said it.
I will say that does make it really interesting. Watching it from delay and hearing your reactions. Oops.
Son of a
You're
bitch.
doing fine from what I can tell. You're doing fine. You're not dead yet, are you?
No, not yet. I got this because I got spiky set. I'll take care of damage. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's kind of.
Spiky is super helpful.
It is. It really is. Let's see here. Let me get that one. Counter.
There's some other stuff that's really powerful too. The yellow snow cone's funny. Later on in the game, you can get like you can level up your fire or your blade skills to have some damage over time effects.
Yeah.
So like that burn thing you had on you earlier, you can do that
Yeah.
to the enemy, which
That'd
is
be
helpful.
pretty cool. Yeah.
You can make them bleed, which does the same thing, makes damage over time. There's one of the late game Dungeoneers called a Math Magician, which is obviously just a humor based thing.
Yeah.
But he's got a card that you'll deal damage based on the number of cards you have in your hand. So, like right now, you have dealt 4 damage had you played that card.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Later on, the strategy gets way more complicated. I won't say complicated.
And that's
more in depth.
Probably one of the reasons why I can't really say hey man, this is what I would like to suggest, because I am earlier on in this game and there is so much more to this game than what I've actually experienced and what you guys are seeing here tonight. So it's kind of like it's a harsh judge to be like, oh, because I don't want to be that guy to be like, hey man, maybe we do some Viking thing. And you're like, oh no, well, you know what? There is a Viking thing already in there. I don't want to be that guy. So
Hardcore Vikings would be awesome. We don't have that yet. Vikings would be cool. Or a more Norse.
Like Vikings with dragon bosses or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we could do I don't know how much Colin would enjoy it, but we could always do a political themed one since that's.
Oh man, I don't know, because it's gonna be different for him than it is over here. It'd be weird.
Yeah.
I always try to stick away from the political stuff. That's just me though.
I definitely try to as much as possible.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Yep. I don't know. Let's see here.
Point Dexter.
All right, let me. I'll try to beat this guy, and then we'll wrap it up here in a second. Here. Let's see here.
I think you can beat a Point Dexter. I would hope you can.
I lost before, man. Yeah, I beat him. But so anyway, guys, it's been a pretty fun night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our little talk here with Lance. Not Lance Bass. I actually have to pull your name up, Lance James. From Versus Evil. See, it's still stuck in my head. I don't know why. But this is Lance James from Versus Evil. He's the community director over there, as well as the producer. What I'm going to do is exit out of this game because it's kind of loud and I kind of want to. Let's see here.
Yeah, thanks for playing.
Hey guys, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. That was my talk about the Guild of Dungeoneering with our main man, Lance James, from over there at Versus Evil. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching it. And, I mean, yeah, I guess there's nothing more to say, but thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Thanks.